is up, everybody? Welcome to Craft.
Welcome to Craft, my friends.
So happy that you're here today because today we are watching episode number 2 of the book of Boba Fett.
Otherwise known as The Mandalorian without Baby Yoda.
Yeah, we weren't big fans of the first episode.
No, we were not, Jeff.
No, we were not, Chris. But it's still early. I think there's plenty of time for them to kind of kick it up.
Mm-hmm. Which is what we would say, except it's a Star Wars, guys.
Yeah.
This is not some budget fan film on YouTube. Mm-hmm. This is the best writers in the world. Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
Come together for Boba Fett.
Well, look,
we're not seeing it.
Look, just like with The Mandalorian, right? The Mandalorian didn't start out super strong.
Okay.
And it picked up towards the end. So I have high hopes for this one still. I'm curious to see how they go. They use the whole Lord Fett route, like what he actually does with the Jabba's empire.
Sure.
Not too curious about his backstory so much. I mean, it's cool. We're definitely going to see it.
Don't care, people.
I mean, I like him and the Tusken Raiders. That's pretty cool, right? But I'm more interested in the present day, right? How his story kind of lines up with like the other characters we've seen. Are we going to see any more people? But I'm still excited for this next episode, I think.
Me too. They have a lot to do.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of time, and we're spoiled now. We got 2 seasons of Mandalorian. We got shows like Arcane, these type of things that we've seen so much happen in such a short time. So, second episode, you got to convince us.
Yeah.
Okay, just because we're die-hard Star Wars fans, as I'm sure many of you are, doesn't mean we're just going to be like, oh, well, good Star Wars.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, cool. No. We got to be convinced now. This is a new era.
Yeah, that's the honest truth, unfortunately. But what I think is, and what I'm hoping to see, is that they use this whole Boba Fett route to bring in new people too. Not just to appease the old fans, but new people too. Because that's what Baby Yoda kind of did. He was sort of the mechanism to bring in new people.
And now you got him.
Yeah, now you have. What are you going to do with them?
What are you going to do?
So we will see what happens in this episode. I think we're ready to get started. So let's go.
Let's get right into it.
All right, guys. Episode number 2.
We just watched the recap. That was cooler than the actual episode. Because it was quick. Oh, I love that door rise. Reminds me of Return of the Jedi.
What do we know of this prisoner?
He is of the Order of the Night Wind.
What?
Order of the Night Wind?
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Perhaps he fears the
Oh!
What? They still have a Rancor? That's what I'm talking about.
This is a new Rancor? Okay.
Because remember, Luke killed it.
Shall we visit the mayor?
So it was the mayor.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We're moving. This is good.
Finally, we're moving.
This is good.
However, I regret to inform you the mayor.
Oh, yeah. See, this is what we wanted from the last episode, right?
Yeah.
We even talked about this.
Just start it this way.
Yeah.
Then you admit it.
Oh, he ain't playing.
Okay.
The mayor's not playing.
The order of the sea, what I speak of.
Wow, I'm intrigued
Now,
now.
I am hooked.
Yes.
Just need to do this in the first episode.
Yeah.
Some gang warfare, political dynasties.
Oh, these guys got a what's it called?
Oh, we got
we got Huts.
We
These
got
are
the
twins.
Hutts.
Okay.
All right. I love what you so much. It's so cool.
Sounds so awesome. Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got a Wookiee.
Oh man.
Maybe the coolest looking Wookiee I've ever seen.
What?
Look at that guy.
What the heck is this guy?
Your sister is right. If you want it.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
This is the Boba Fett I wanted.
I know.
Just
Whoa!
Yes, we know.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh man.
It's like a train? A sand train?
Whoa.
No.
What is that?
Whoa. Who are they?
Oh wait, no. We know who they are. They're that like really powerful clan, that Crime Lord clan from Rebels. Like they kind of look like.
Oh yeah. I guess you kind of need the setup for this part of it.
What's interesting is that the pyre, using the pyre is consistent across all Star Wars, right?
True.
All of them got burned.
The
right?
Jedi's, yeah.
Yeah, Vader, all of them.
They trust him.
Damn,
I
he's gonna
guess
go
they
by
do.
himself.
Yeah. Boba Fett. See, this is
why
what
he's
we
Boba
wanted.
Fett. Yeah. Oh, where have we seen this before?
Always gotta have that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are a biker gang. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Speeder gang.
Star Wars speeder gang.
Now he's got his choice. He can pick.
A gift for you. Go.
Even though you can't see their faces, right?
Okay, go. Stop.
I knew that was gonna happen.
This part is charming.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think I see what they're trying to do. Oh, cool.
Oh, all right. Ooh. Oh,
That
whoa.
was cool.
Didn't see that coming.
That was really cool. Yep.
Yeah,
that's the
right,
pikes.
it's the pikes,
that's
right?
The pikes. Those are the pikes.
Yeah, it is 100%
100%
the pipes.
You know, it actually makes sense to me why they're doing this because when we meet him in the Mandalorian, he's like built something up already for himself, and you're kind of seeing how he does it. Whoa, that was so
okay.
cool.
Man.
This is what I wanted to see, you know? And just being legendary.
Yeah.
Like that. This is not looking good for you.
He's so good in this show.
Uncivilized race.
Yeah, he gets the nod. He gets the nod.
He earned his place
Yeah,
now.
he did. Oh man, this is good.
I will let it guide me.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
I'm sorry. I think I swallowed It's a tricky little bugger.
Whoa. That's so cool.
That is insane.
That's some awesome world building right there.
That is insane.
I like it.
Wow, Star Wars.
Okay, well done. It's kind of like Paul Dune, right? He goes through fever
The
dream.
desert has that power, right?
Oh, wow! This is new. This is new.
This is part of it, yeah. I feel like it's never really been explored in a mainline Star Wars thing.
Oh, you hear that music? You hear that music?
He has a branch.
Oh, is that how what, they make staff out of that or something?
That is cool.
Oh man!
That is so cool.
Well done, Star Wars.
All right, I believe again.
Yep.
I believe again. That is so cool.
What the? That's amazing. Because when have we ever seen a tree at all on Tatooine ever?
Yeah.
Right? But there's this one lone tree somewhere that he was led to. Oh my god.
Oh, that's why he's got
Hit
the black
black.
underneath.
Wow. Everything's got an explanation.
Man.
Okay. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. I'm so happy right now. Yo. All right, guys, that was the second episode of the book of Boba Fett. Wow, I loved that episode. I think I can safely say I love that episode.
I think what it did really well was, first of all, the pacing. I never felt like it was going too quickly or too slow versus the last episode just felt like a drag. I understand why. I understand that they had to set this Tusken Raider thing up for this episode, but it still was a slog, the first episode, but this episode just felt like it was moving quickly.
Yeah, I found it interesting that for these first two episodes, they're spending so little time in the present and spending the chunk of the time in the past. And I think it's because now that the twins have been introduced, there's going to be some sort of big turf war between the two of them, and you need the Tusken Raiders to come in to help out. So that's why I think the emphasis is on why, he feels like he can challenge the twins, right?
Exactly. And I think what this episode really did well is in the present, they did exactly what we wanted them to do, which was build some momentum into the next episode. Because again, if they just kind of stalled in the present time and then just went to the past, we'd have been like, oh man, again. And you probably even noticed, we were like, oh boy, here we go. But what they did was, okay, we got the twins, we got some momentum, we know what the conflict is going to be, right? We didn't even know in the first episode.
Right.
And then when they went to the past, they really just built on the world on such an amazing level. There's so many little things like the staff being built, the trip that he went on, that spiritual journey.
That was fantastic.
The whole train heist situation was good.
Yeah.
Right? And it did two things. It built the world, but also set up what's probably going to end up being in the present, but also what they're going to keep going to back in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they took the time to establish some new world building stuff, especially in a big show like this, because this is a big budget live action show, right? So you think that they'd spend majority of the time action and whatever, but the fact that they focused on something little like that little lizard thing going into his head and taking him on this almost spiritual trip to this mythical tree, which I want to know way more about, because I'm like, I've never seen a tree on Tatooine one time, but I'm like, apparently there's this tree somewhere there that only the Tusken Raiders know about, and that just makes me want to know about the Tusken Raiders even more, right? And I'm glad it's like the little things make a big difference to me. And that was an example of a little thing that made a huge, huge difference to me.
Yeah. And I think as well, we're talking about how do you bring new fans in and keep them here? There's no Baby Yoda. And I think, honestly, I don't know, to be perfectly honest, if they did a good job for that. For the old fans, for the OGs, for the the really kind of hardcore Star Wars fans, I really feel like they did a great job kind of investing in us and kind of giving us more. But to be honest, it's kind of not a lot of, there's no really pizzazz here to keep like a new Star Wars fan. I mean, maybe I'm just missing something, but I was just like, there's no Baby Yoda, there's no kind of stuff like that to keep it going.
Well, you know what? I would have to disagree with that and say that Tamora Morrison, he is sort of the glue. He's so good.
He's good.
He really does embody Boba Fett so well. Like when he has the mask on, he has that sort of threatening aura about him. But when he's with the Tusken Raiders, he kind of has this almost like journeyer, vibe to him. He's kind of like on this journey. He's just trying to, he's a foreigner in a new place, right? Even though he's been to Tatooine before, right? Sure. And he kind of almost has like this humble aura about him, which is a cool contrast because on the one hand, he's Lord Fett. He's this bounty hunter who's, killed all these people and whatever. But on the other hand, he's this normal guy going on this spiritual journey in a sense. And I'm like, that's a really interesting juxtaposition, which I did not expect from the show at all.
Sure. I think Tamora Morrison, what he does so well is he's basically taken Boba Fett from a side character to a main character. Right. And the thing is, you can't really overlook how important that is because, we could just be watching this, okay, well, when's Mandalorian coming back? Or anything like that. But now it's his show. It is Boba Fett's, it's his parade. Right? And now, for me, at least, I want to see more. I want to see...
I'm invested now.
The whole journey because they got me invested in the present and they got invested in me in the past. And I thought maybe it was just going to be one or the other because in the first episode, it was the present. I was like all about, okay, what the politics are and stuff. Now I want to know, okay, how did we even get to this point? Which I didn't even care about in the first episode.
Right.
So to me, I think that's a large part to do with him, but also just how they structured this episode so well that it's got me hooked. 100%.
Yeah, because in the beginning, right, you have the politics established of the present, which is that Lord Fett, he's the new power in town, and the twins come in.
The daimyo.
The daimyo, right?
Yeah.
The twins come in, and they're like, look, we have claim to this because we're Hutts, right? And Boba Fett doesn't seem all that perturbed by it, and you wonder, well, where is he getting this confidence from?
Yeah,
right?
just him and Fennec Shan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, you wouldn't think he has that much. I mean, he's pretty powerful himself, but in the first episode, you see that he's kind of, he's not invincible, right? Because he kind of gets his butt kicked a little bit. And he has to go in the back to tank. And so you're like, okay, he has this confidence from somewhere. And I thought that first scene with him and the mayor was great because you see that like leader side of him. You see that sort of like political interplay.
Yeah.
And then immediately goes to him and the Tusken Raiders where he's vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
Incredibly vulnerable. And it's that Last Samurai vibe, right? Where he's in a foreign place with foreign people, can't really communicate with them well, helps them out, and becomes one of them. And without Tim Morrison kind of bringing that all together, it would seem kind of stereotypical almost, but he gives it heart.
Yeah.
And I think it, to my last point on this is, I think it's on purpose, very, very on purpose that they keep showing flashbacks of him as a kid, like watching his father, holding his father's helmet, because they want you to create that emotional tie with Boba Fett, something we've never had ever before in Star Wars.
Yeah. So with all that said, right, I think honestly, I would definitely probably give this episode, I would say a 9.4.
Okay.
Right? It wasn't the big kind of blockbuster. It was with the train and everything. I don't really know what it was missing. I just didn't feel like a perfect 10 to me. It had a lot going for it. I think the good definitely obviously weighed out the bad.
Yeah.
But I think, I just want to see more of it kind of coming together. I think there still was a little bit of slowdown, in certain areas where I'm like, okay, you don't need to take your time that much. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely 9.4 for me. What about you?
Well, I would say that I think that they need to sort of, I think it'll happen in the later episodes where they start to balance the present and the past more, because this was very past heavy more than it was present heavy. And I think as future episodes go on, it'll be the opposite. So I don't really detract points for that. To me, the pros of this episode were watching Boba Fett go on this spiritual journey, watching him be vulnerable and learn, right? You see his sort of charisma that he has that kind of brings the Tusken Raiders together and, helps them take down this train. You have allusions to like the Pikes, right? Which we only kind of saw in the animated stuff, which I thought was really good. The pacing was great because there was some big set pieces to kind of offset the quieter moments. Right. And of course we saw the political stuff, right? Which is the kind of the cream on top of the cake for me. Right? I love that stuff, right? Trade Federation stuff aside from episode 1, like in general, it's really cool to see that. It just helps with world building. So I would go a little bit higher than you. I'd go 9.6 out of 10. Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching with us the second episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Let us know in the comments, what did you think? Did you disagree? Did you agree? Or just say hi. Either way, we love reading your comments. And if you're feeling generous today, please leave us a like, share the video, or just say hi. Again, we love to hear from you guys. I don't know. I'm expecting big things from the next episode after this one. Hopefully you guys are too. Maybe maybe you just kind of jumped on the train really recently. Either way, thanks for watching with us. And as always, we'll see you guys later.
See you on the next one.
Bye.